Chapter 8. After Mom and Auntie Karen have left the next afternoon, everything feels flat. Jake and Layla disappear off to the pub, and I decide to make a bolognese for supper because that's what Mom would do. But even as I'm cooking, it isn't the same. I'm not filling the house with the same magical mom like atmosphere. I don't feel warm or cozy or reassured. To be honest, it's not just because Mom's gone that I feel so flat. It's that I haven't heard or seen from Ryan since the party. Not a visit, not a phone call, just a single text. Sorry about your mom. The day after the party, he went to Sunning to visit his family, and then it was as if he disappeared into a black hole. He didn't reply to any of my texts. A couple of times, Jake said, Ryan says hi, and that was the extent of our communication. To be honest, I didn't mind too much. It wasn't the priority. Mom was. But I can't help thinking, what happened? See, this is the thing with people that are like this. They're like, hey, he's not the priority. Then why do you act like you don't care about him? You know what I mean? Like, don't play dumb, you know? Like, if you don't care about him, then don't. But don't act like you do when you don't. Then to him, he might be able to tell that you don't care. It's like when you saw someone a liar just because you don't like, or if one of your friends doesn't like them, you don't get to know them. That's a herd mentality kind of thing. So you have to accept that they might not like you as much because you're being a little bitch. You know, it's like, oh, you're not my priority. Then fuck you too. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you expect if you don't respect the person you talk to? They're not gonna care about you either, too. So either way, it's like you can't go right with that bullshit. Get out that lane if you're gonna be that way. He's not gonna give a fuck. You know? I stare at the pan dispiritedly and give it a stir, then turn it off. We'll pop out for some ice cream. And the only reason she has patience for him is because he's hot to her. That's the only reason you think. You can't go wrong with Ben and Jerry's when you need a pick me up. As I'm hurrying along the high street, I see a guy with frondy hair walking ahead of me with a brisk, determined stride. And once I think, is that the guy from the coffee shop? Followed by, no, don't be silly, it can't be. Odd that my mind is instantly gone there, though, and even odder that I'm faintly blushing. What's that about? I haven't even thought about him since that day. See, you're blushing, but you're thinking about Ryan. What is this polygamous, trashy bullshit? You either like Ryan or you don't like Ryan, but you don't fucking play with Ryan. That's the thing. You don't yet. You're blushing like you have options. Then why do you invest yourself in Ryan as though you care about his well-being and how he would make you feel? You don't give a fuck shit. And then you're like, I want it all. You know, it's like, bruh, you want what this guy gives and Ryan? What else do you want? Your brother? You freak. You know what I mean? And then you wonder why Ryan don't text you. Oh my god. Maybe you can smell the bullshit. You haven't even thought about him. Well, then why do you care so much? Like, you get caught by the what you see. It's so cringe to me. That's why I don't talk to girls. Like, if they see something hot, no, they're like, I want it. But it's like, I want this as well. It's like they go on a shopping trip, and it's like, what is this bullshit? Like One Direction sings in the song, I want, I want, but it's not me. Yeah, exactly. It's like, damn. Well, okay, maybe I have once or twice. Just his eyes. There was something about his eyes. I found myself picturing them now and then. That flecked, leafy, green brown elder color. Sorry. If you're thinking about Ryan as your one true love, and then you're thinking about another guy's eyes, that's not a good sign. You know, it's like you're not supposed to be thinking about someone else when you like someone like deeply. Like, oh, but then again, I mean, if you're just looking for a hookup, and just Ryan's a hookup, you would say like, I love Ryan. Like, it's like it makes me cringe because it's not true. Like, if I'm thinking about a girl, I do think about a girl, and I'm like, she's the only one I see in my life. Other girls don't stand up to her. She's the best I've seen in my life. You know, that's how it should be. At least when you think of it, like ideally. But I guess if you're settling or going for someone who you don't like want in your life like that, like if you're not into her, like yeah, then yeah. But then again, not everyone has the luxury of looks to get the girl they want based on their looks, because the girl might not like them because they look like shit. I don't know. You know what I mean, right? So I can't talk for that much of a big deal. Yeah, I do. I mean what I say though. Like it's like, yeah, you can't do that bullshit. The man ahead of me stops to consult his phone, and I catch sight of his face, and it is him. It's Sebastian, or whatever he's called. Yeah, of course you would recognize him. Why are you creeping on it? Like stalking. What? He looks up and sees me approaching, and at once his face creases to a smile of recognition. Oh, hello, he says. Hi, I come to a home. How are you? I meet his woodlandy gaze and quickly look away again before I overdo the eye contact. Good. Just waiting for a cab. He gestures at his phone, and I see the map of the cab company app. Bro, the thing is, you live in a small town. How do you expect not to see him again? You might one day. It's weird that you see him the next day, but I mean, or the next week, or near the same time that you saw him last. But hey, if it works for him, it works for you, and I guess you must see each other often. You know, sometimes it's like the bus stop. If you get off from school, you're gonna see the same people, or you're gonna see someone who lives nearby at the same scheduled time. Sometimes. Okay, enough of that. And if you talking about Ryan, why are you remembering Sebastian's name or his eyes? It's kind of cringe. Like it's like what do you like him because you're overdoing the eye contact? Why are you thinking so much about it? Isn't he not Ryan? So you don't like him? Who knows what she wants? She don't know what she wants in that sense. Like it's weird to me. Like what she's trying to say. Like what the fuck? All right, back in action, I say, or are you local? Or acting? Back in acting, I say, or are you local? No, I've been here for. He hesitates a thing. Oh, right, I say politely, because it's none of my business, and it feels as though the conversation should perhaps end there. But Sebastian's face is animated, his brow is creasing up. He seems like he wants to share his thoughts. As it happens, I've been consulting the skiing workout guru. He suddenly says, making quote marks with his fingers. Did you know that the skiing workout guru lives in Acton? It's funny, but it's an action. No, I say, smiling. I didn't even know the skiing workout guru existed, and I nearly had. I'd never skated in my life, but I could tell Sebastian's on a roll. Nor did I, until my girlfriend gave me 2 vouchers for my birthday and insisted I go see him. So I went twice. Right, and how was he? Absolute rubbish, exclaimed Sebastian indignantly. Offended about how rubbish he was, I'm shocked. It's outrageous, so comical. I break into laughter, although I can tell there's genuine grievance there too. How was the rubbish? I can't help asking. The first session all he did was describe how he won a bronze in Vancouver. Today he described how he just missed a bronze in Sochi. I could have gotten that off Wikipedia in 5 minutes if I were interested, which I'm not. What is with the snobbiness of these characters, bro? You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. But hey, I don't really care to find out. Like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like, some gossip storytelling, dude. I can't help laughing again. What about exercises? He revealed the insightful information that lunges are a good idea and suggested I come back twice a week for the next 6 months. What a rip-off, I say in heartfelt tones. Exactly, claims Sebastian. I'm glad you agree. I'm sorry. I just had to get that off my chest. He glances at the map on his phone, and I see an icon of a cab coming up to High Street. Anyway, enough of that. How's life been treating you? I opened my mouth to say fine, but it doesn't seem honest somehow. Actually, my mom's been in the hospital, I say instead. Oh no, he looks up from his phone in dismay, and here I am going on. Is there anything I could do? Hmm. And here I am going on. Oh, sounds a little sus, huh? What are you insinuating here going on? What about what? You know, it's you want to get under pants, right? Well, weirdo. This is just a kind, luxurious instinct that I can't help smiling again. What on earth could he do? It's fine. She's better. She's off on holiday. Oh, good, he says, and he really seems to mean it. At that moment, a minicab pulls up and he signals to the driver. This is me, he says. Nice to see you again. Bye, I say, as he opens the car door. I'm sorry, Acton hasn't been kind to you. Collapsing ceilings and dodgy workout gurus. We must do better. Wouldn't have missed it, he says with a grin. Acton has a place in my heart. We do have an amazing Thai restaurant here, I say, if you're into Thai food. I love Thai food, his eyes crinkle at me. Thanks for the tip. Oh, and remember, he pauses, his hand on the car door. I still owe you one, I'm serious. You haven't forgotten? Of course not, I say. How could I? I watch as the cab drives off, still smiling at his good humored outrage, then head on my way. How could you forget? And that's weird. You don't say that when you're trying to like courtship with Ryan, like in talks of doing so. It's cringe to me. Like you don't talk like that. It's just not right. But you do you, dude. The little exchanges buoyed my spirits, but as I get back to the house, I start to feel flat again. Wow, so much for having a positive outlook, of spirit of other guy, like other people, like not just like someone making you smile. It's like, oh, whatever. It wasn't that bad and good. It's like whatever. That's how much I care about you. Like wow. I reheat the pasta sauce, inhaling that delicious scent, then put on the Archers because that's what Mom would do too. But it feels fake. I don't listen to the Archers, so I don't know who any of the characters are. Hey, Fixie, Nicole wanders into the kitchen, interrupting my thoughts. I'm hoping she's going to offer to help, but of course not. Let's see what she actually says. But she doesn't even seem to have noticed that I'm cooking. She leans against the counter, picks up the chunk of Parmesan I was about to grate, and starts to nibble it. So I've had a great idea, she says thoughtfully. I think we should have yoga at the shop. Yoga? I go, what do you mean? Like, yoga section? Yoga sessions, she says, as though it's obvious. We should run sessions in the evenings. I could do them. I put my wooden spoon down on Mom's bunny rabbit ceramic spoon rest. $6.99. Bestseller at Easter. And peer at her to see if she's joking. How would you say that? She's an adult. Adults don't really joke around like that. Are you dumb? Like, I'm an adult. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, my word's not to be serious. Like, what? What am I gonna be like? What? Talking out of nothing? Like, but she meets my gaze, the full-on Nicole taking herself seriously expression. The thing about Nicole is she's all vague and weighty until she wants something, whereupon she can suddenly become quite humility and focused. So why don't you're the same way? What the fuck you talking about? I mean, you little hoe. Like I'm about Ryan and then fucking what's his name, Sebastian. Like which one do you want? Oh, like just stop it. You creep me out. You're like, okay, yeah, but you do the same. It takes one to know one. You know that, right? Like maybe she's just, she plays dumb. Oh, Andre tolerant on it, but you don't. But you act like you like her or something. If you don't like her, just say so. But like you don't like admit it. She has noticed. It's just that you don't really know to notice that she noticed that you noticed. She's playing dumb, like an idiot savant character. Is what I mean. Nicole, we're a shop. I say carefully. We sell saucepans. We don't do yoga. We have the cake club. She counters. Cake. Thug life. Yes, but that's a selling event. We sell cakes and tins and stuff. It enhances our business. All the shops do all sorts of evening events, she responds. It would build up the clientele. Oh yeah, sure it would. You get what she means, like whatever. But where? I'm picturing the shop, trying to imagine even two people putting down yoga mats, and I'm failing. We'd have to move a few things, she says breezily, get rid of a couple of displays every night, and then put them back. Of course not, she rolls her eyes. Permanently. There's too much stock anyway. Even Mom says so. It's overcrowded. We can't get rid of whole displays of stock to make space for yoga lessons, I say in horror. Well, that's your opinion, says Nicole calmly. Oh my gosh. Imagine talking to someone who don't listen to reasons. Like, you're a fucking merchandise business. You're gonna be doing yoga at the same time. This fucking makes sense. Ah, drop my phone. both phones, the one I'm using to record and the one that I'm recording with. I mean, using to shine the light and then record. All right. What? All right. What about the cleaners? They start at 6 p.m. When would they get in? Full stares at me blankly as though she never even realized the shop gets cleaned every night. Bruh. Oh my god, she didn't realize the shop gets cleaned. Did she? She lives on another planet. We'd sort it, she says at last with a shrug. We do on cake club night. Okay, I say, trying to be positive. Well, would you sell any stock? We'd be doing yoga, says Nicole, frowning, not selling things. But you're trying to find problems, Fixie, she adds. Oh my gosh. When people say that, it makes me mad because it's like, you're being a dumbass. Why don't you get your shit done? Like, Fixie's right in this one. Like, how irrational can you be where you're actually going to call someone out for having a voice in the mindset of common sense, you know? Like, shut the fuck up and forget Pimp Smack, bro. It's the thing, some people don't budge on their dumbass shit. It's like, please stop your bullshit. So mom only left. What? I look at my watch 4 hours ago, and already you want to change things? You should be more open-minded, retaliates Nicole. I bet if I rang mom now, she'd love the idea. Bro, are you good? You think her mom would have done that before? I bet you she mentioned it to her before and she didn't say anything. I guess she would not, I say hotly. I feel so sure of myself. I almost want to dial mom's number and prove it, but of course I won't. Well, you're not going to give your opponent the fucking chance to get one arm on you. Like, oh, go ahead. You should do yoga yourself, Nicole eyes me dispassionately. Your breathing is really shallow. Oh, I hate when people tell me this. It's like, hey, maybe I don't want to stretch my fucking ball sack to the fucking top of my head, you piece of shit. Look, she points at my chest. It's stressing you out. I want to retort. It's not my breathing that's stressing me out. It's the desire of me wanting to pimp smack you that's stressing me out. It's the desire of me wanting to fucking put my penis between your feet that's stressing me out. And smack you on the top forehead with my freaking tip of my cock that's stressing me out. Because you're so dumb. To fuck you in the ears would make you smarter. But the thought of mom stops me. She'd be really upset to think that within hours of her departure, we were arguing about the shop. So somehow I forced myself to take a deep breath. Well, this is what the family meetings are for, I say as, that's what I think about your yoga, but I say as reasonably as I can. We'll put it on the agenda and discuss it. Uncle Glenn and Jake will never go for yoga classes. It'll all be fine. Good, you do the spaghetti, I add? And Nicole replies, sure, in an absent tone. She wanders to the larder, now engrossed in her phone. Get to the spaghetti packet. Why would you make a promise to her that you're not going to keep? Just for her to make spaghetti. Like, well, you don't do that. You're a dumbass. You're going to spit in it, and then you're going to eat shit. The phone gets out the spaghetti packet and stands motionless for a bit while I count out works. Nicole, I prompt her. Oh, yeah. I mean, she's always on her phone, bro. What do you expect? She gets out a saucepan and puts it on the hob. It peers at the spaghetti. How much do you think? Well, there's going to be 4 of us. All right, says Nicole, still peering at the packet. The thing is, I never know what's spaghetti. Well, you know, it's basically a clump for each person. I text Layla supper in about 10. And lay out water glasses. Then I glance at Nicole. She's taking out a bunch of spaghetti and is looking at it, her brow wrinkled. For God's sake, she hasn't even put the water on. Yo, some people don't know how to cook. All right, Pixie, calm the fuck down. I mean, maybe she never learned because she's a little bit, you know, she's not like you. You may have taken the time out of your day. Been boring as fuck to learn this shit. But who actually has time to do that? I think I should find out one day as well. I don't even know how to do it either. But hey, spaghetti. I don't know how to fit all of it in a pan when it's all longer than the pan. Do you just break it in half? I don't think you're allowed to do that either. At least not in Italian cultures of society where they're like, don't break the spaghetti or else I'm going to punch you in the necky or something. I don't know. They're weird. You can't break the spaghetti or else they're going to flip out. is looking at it. Bro, yeah, she hasn't even put the water on. I fill the pan with water, add salt, whack up the heat on the hob, take the spaghetti from Nicole's hands. I'll do it. I say, we've actually got a spaghetti measurer. We stocked them in the shop. The thing about Fixie is that she's so condescending in her mind, but she doesn't say it out loud. It's like, bro, that pisses me off because I haven't heard her say one open objection to someone. Yet in her mind, she's like, you fucking suck, dick. Blah, blah, blah. Like, wow, really, dude? Stand up for a second, And I can barely speak. I show her the spoon with a special hole in it, and she opens her eyes wide and says, "No way, I never knew that was for measuring spaghetti. You're so good at all that, Fixie." Alright, that's a little bit. Yeah, her cousin's an airhead. Or her sister, I mean. But, like, what the fuck? Is she not like. Does her sister have like some sort of like mental defects, And how come Fixie never taught her how to do these things as well? But Fixie's kind of an asshole for that. Hey, who gives a fuck? I mean, they're dumbass fuck, What can you do? As I start to measure out the spaghetti into the boiling water, she wastes out of the kitchen without asking if she can do anything else to help. All right, Fixie, what do you expect? This is common society. You think they're gonna give a fuck? Bumping into Layla on the way. Fixie says Layla in excitement. Guess who's here? She hurries forward and smooths down my hair and produces a lip gloss from nowhere and slicks it across my lips. I'm staring at her in puzzlement. Ryan, she whispers, "What?" I can feel her eyes widen before I can say anything else. I hear Jake saying, "Come on in, we'll have some grub." And I force myself to leave it a full 5 seconds before I swivel around to see Ryan. He's here in our kitchen. He's as tall and blonde, as dazzling as ever. His easy smile is gone, though. His face is tired looking, and there's a crease in his brow. "Hi, Fixie," he says vacantly. "All right?" "Here." Jake is already pouring him a glass of wine. "Dry your sorrows, mate." Ryan's eating with us, he hands to me. I feel like they're trying to set Ryan up with Fixie, or like it's just like weird. It's like all like a staged thing, and also it's like, why do you act like he's dazzling? Like, oh my god, he's shining, knight in shining armor. And why does Jake like him so much when it's obvious that it probably is obvious that Ryan and Fixie might have a thing? It's weird, you know what I mean? Are they that close? It's like, why is she cooking for Ryan? Does she like what is this dynamic? Jake is close to him, and Ryan is, Fixie's close to him as well. It's like, and Nicole, what does he think of Nicole? What is this? And who's Layla? Ryan? Layla? Who's Layla though? I don't know. I forget. Right, I manage. Lovely. My stomach is flipping over. His sorrows. What about his sorrows, though? My thoughts are in a circular loop. He's here. Where's he been? Why does he look so down? Why hasn't he texted? Is he with someone else? He's here. Why don't you ask him instead of fucking acting like he gives a fuck? This is the thing with girls. I don't talk to them for this cause because of this. They will not tell you who the fuck they want to be with. And so it's like, well, fuck you too. I don't have time for this game. It's like games are not like something I do. Like, I don't care if you're a girl or a guy. It's been since birth. I don't play games. And if it comes to losing bitches on the way, fine by me. As long as I'm getting some poontang, I'll buy a hooker. I don't even fuck. I'm not playing these games though. Well, after that desperation, or go on Tinder, fuck a random hose. You don't have to pay for it, but if you need to, I guess, why not? But porn, but like for real though. Like, it's like, what are these games though? Like, I just jerk off in my own way. Like, fucking, fuck. Even if I can't, like, what's the difference? Like, I'd rather not play these games, right? Hope you like spaghetti, I see in bright, fake tones. Yeah, Ryan says, and takes a gulp of wine. Spaghetti's alright, but great. It's a common staple, though, so it's not bad. He stares into the distance for a moment or two. And seems to see me for the first time. Hey, let me say hello properly. Here we go. Comes over and kisses me on the mouth. What? I'm sorry, I haven't been in touch. He murmurs, I know you've had it hard with your mom in the hospital and everything. Thought you wouldn't want me in your way. I always say a bit disconcerted, right? That's what I always say. But that, some people take it the wrong way. They're like, oh, you want me to be in your way. Like, what? I know what it's like when people barge in. He adds, I didn't want to intrude. I thought, give them some space. I have a couple of replies on the tip of my tongue. It wouldn't have been intruding, or you could have at least texted. This is the thing with white people. They're like, you have to text. And I'm like, sure, I'll get back to you on that one. On the nose, boy. Like, we don't have to do anything. These are games you make up to play in your mind. Like, what is this texting age? Anything we give a fuck? We were born in the middle of fucking ranches with no fucking Wi-Fi. Like, and you think, oh, we gotta like come to you? Like, we gotta learn Spanish, Catholicism, English literature, fucking Hiroshima, while you take the territory of our people and then enslave us to be your peons. I don't think it works that way, right? But yeah, let's just get on with it. And you still let him kiss you either. Like, just because he's hot. That's all that matters to you. Like, what is this bullshit? Like, if you don't say it's on the tip of your tongue, and don't talk when someone talks for you, it's like, what? I suddenly recall Sebastian's instant kind response. Is there anything I can do? And he doesn't even know me. Like, shut up and give Sebastian a blowjob then. Why do you keep going around with your bitches? Like it reminds me of girls who want a boyfriend. Things that a boyfriend does, but they don't want a boyfriend. It's like, what the fuck do you want? Fuck off, man. It's like, come on, man. Oh, your mom died, but you don't put out. So, I mean, kiss you on the mouth, but like, I mean, you're thinking badly about him, even if he's kissing you. What is this? What is this? Oh, I'm gonna kiss you on the mouth, but I don't care about you. What? So he can't help you without expressing himself in his own way? What's wrong with you? Like, we're all not the same. If you like a goody two shoes like Sebastian, then go out with Sebastian. But don't claim you say Ryan's dazzling and shit when you don't actually care about his way of life. That's fuck rude, dude. But then everyone's different. See, you're making excuses here for your own mental bullshit, gymnastic bullshit. Like, people don't know how to react to things. Possibly, but you're being condescending. See this? Fixie's like a condescending little smug ass smurf, dude. Especially medical emergencies. Hannah came along to the hospital and sat with me in the ward and Googled everything the doctor said. But that's her. Yes, you maybe your friend's a digitized monkey looking fucking freak who likes to point every little flaw in your fucking life out. Some people don't do that, right? You think Justin Bieber cares about every single one of his haters? If he did, even though he's an asphyxiating, snarky asshole, at least he's fucking honest about him not complaining about every little bitchy thing. Like, what the fuck? I must be giving away some of what I'm thinking, because Ryan is scanning my face closely. I mean, he's not an imbecile. That's the thing. What do you expect? This is animal instinct. When you're racking it up in your mind, obviously he's weighing out what you're processing in there, like, somehow. I didn't know what to do, he says, looking stricken. I guess I panicked. I drew away, but that was wrong, wasn't it? You think I'm a total shit now? No, I say quickly. Of course not. It's been fine, really. I know he's gone off on holiday, so all good. I smiled to reassure him. But he still looks despairing. Well, yeah, you've really smucked it in his face that he's a scumbag. So, what the fuck you mean? I'm so messed up right now. He says, so messed up. He drains his glass, leans against the wall, and heaves a huge, heavy sigh. Oh, Ryan, says Leyland sympathetically, it'll all work out. What's up? I say anxiously. Head unters, Ryan shakes his head. The spaghetti suddenly boils over, and I hastily grab the pan. I want to hear more about this, but I also wanted the spaghetti to be al dente. Sit down, everyone, I say. I'll dole this out. Jake, can you get Nicole? I'll help, says Layla, reaching for the plates. We serve out food, and Jake fills everyone's wine glass. And Nicole slides into her chair. And as I look around the table, I feel a small tweak of pride. Here we are, anyway, eating together as a family. We will be okay with Mum away. We will. So what happened with the headhunters? I say warily to Ryan. Layla winces. 5 years experience in the film industry, says Ryan blankly. I mean, you'd think. He forced spaghetti into his mouth. No, I don't have any experience in fucking widgets. No, I don't have any professional qualifications. No, I'm not. What is it? Digitally literate. He gulps his wine. But I have experience. I know about deals. I know about people. Doesn't that count for anything? Haven't they found anything at all for you, Adventure? Well, they talk the talk. They say, yeah, we can place you straight away. A talented guy like you, no problem. But you know where they want to place me? No, a call center. A call center, I echo guests. It's a bloody insult, chimes in Jake hotly, and I feel kind of warm that for once we're agreeing on something. What kind of a call center? I ask because I can't get my head around all this. Is it all? Suddenly he pauses, his spaghetti quivering on his fork. I don't even know what it was. Some weird insurance, no salary, just commission. I didn't stay to find out. So then at the next hunter I go, look, no call centers. And they say, no problem, we'll find you something. It's bollocks. They got nothing. It's tough, Jake grimaces. Most companies are shedding people at the moment, not taking them on. So what are you going to do? I say anxiously. Who knows? He's silent a while, absently chewing. At least in LA. I get LA. I know I've messed up there. But at least you get to know a place for better or for worse. You understand how it works. Whereas starting again in London, I don't know, it's changed. It's brutal. It takes me a moment to understand what he's saying. You can't go back to LA, I say in dismay. You said you never wanted to see the place again. I can't carry on like this, though, can I? I can't keep on camping at Jake's. It's no sweat, says Jake. Ryan shakes his head. What about your mom, says Nicole. Could you stay with her? Not really. He looks even more bleak. Not with my stepdad there. We don't get on. It's hard. Mom and I used to be so close, you know? Yep, story of my life. I feel a huge wash of sympathy for him. I can't imagine what it would be like if my mom married someone and we didn't get on with. I'm also longing to say, move in here. There's plenty of room, but that might be too pushy. Well, if you're not doing it, don't suggest it in your mind. It's like you either want them in your bedroom or you don't. Make up your mind, Fixie. Come on, girl. You can do it. Your brain's big enough for the both of us. All right. But hey, it's all good because, Ryan's Ryan. You're like, what do I do? Like, you don't trust Ryan, then don't fucking mention it, though. You'll find something, I say encouragingly. There are other headhunters. Like, it's funny because everyone suggests themselves except you. Other headhunters, there must be loads of opportunities. You said you were willing to start at a more junior level. Yeah, I told them that. I said, what about fast track schemes, whatever? And they go, well, are you a graduate? There's a prickly sounds around the table, broken by Nicole saying with vague interest, oh, that's right. I forgot you dropped out of uni, Ryan. A typical Nicole to spell out what we are all thinking. Although, actually, I'd also forgotten that Ryan dropped out. It's so long ago now. And it didn't seem to matter once he was in Hollywood, being the big success. But I guess it matters if you want to join a graduate scheme. Maybe you could finish your degree, I say just warily, even though I'm fairly sure that's the last thing he wants to do. It's not that, Ryan says vehemently. Either people understand what I have to offer, or forget it. There's such a miserable edge to his voice. I wince. It must be hard. I mean, rejection is hard whoever you are, but he's Ryan Chalker. At school, he was the one. He wasn't on the school council or top in math, but he was still the one. Coolest boy, golden boy. He had success story written all over him. So how can he be in this situation? Can't these headhunters see his star quality? I feel so sorry for him. And I don't blame him for lashing out. He's like a wounded lion. Fuck, dude. That's life in a nutshell. Well, I mean, I agree with Fixie in terms of her sympathetic like viewpoints. Like, at least she knows the talent when she sees it, even if Ryan's like down in the dumps or whatever. I mean, she feels for that kind of thing, which I mean, I get it. Fixie's I That's why I keep reading this book. There are glimpses of her humanity and gracefulness sometimes that it shows like even if he's a wounded lion and it makes it look like he's some sort of like sick bastard that doesn't get on with his life, at least she knows that I have it in me. Why don't you care? Just because I don't have this paperwork, you know? And that's a cool way to end it on this part of the chapter. I'll come back right now after this, but my phone's running out of video footage, so I have to just, you know, cut the video and then make a new one because then I won't be able to record all of it. Okay, bye.